Hi everyone, my name is Yasmina Ramzy. Today we're going to learn a step that's called the Shimmie Walk. But there are shimmies and there are shimmies. There's all those loose shaking kind of shimmies, and then there's a kind of a shimmy that's very controlled and it's added to a lot of different steps. This is your basic shimmy walk, but we can add the same technique to, for instance, a side accent like this. We can add a shimmy to it as well. We can be doing a walking circle, and we can add a shimmy to that as well. And then it'll look like this. So many steps. Your body wave, etc. Basically what I'm doing is I'm linking my knee and my hip together. Wherever the knee goes, the hip goes. But the two of them are completely separate from the rest of your body. So I have to separate here at the belly button. I bend my knee, my hip drops. Straighten the leg, the hip goes up. You need to practice this on one leg, hopefully having something to hold on to. So you take one foot off the floor, and you're only working on the side that your weight is on. So don't worry about this hip, forget about that one, and just worry about the side that you're standing on. So bend the knee, the hip drops. Straighten the knee, the hip goes up. Down, up, down, up. Bend, straighten. I'll show you from profile. Bend, straighten. It's quite a big range. Full straight, full bend. So you want to practice hours and hours of this on one side and then the other side. And when you're at home, don't worry about your balance. Hold on to a chair or a table or the wall, so you don't have to worry about that. You're just really making this link. This kind of technique should become like breathing to you so that you can add it to all your other steps. It's called layering. But in its basic form, we can do what's called the shimmy walk. And the shimmy walk is a bunch of accents which look like this. My front leg is always bent, my back leg is always straight. Thus, my front hip is always down and my back hip is always up. So I go from this position to the same thing on the other side. But as I do so, I do a little straight bend with the knee. So here's my accent, and as this hip travels forward to the next accent and the next accent, as that happens, I add a little 3/4 shimmy to that. So I straighten and bend the knee. So as this hip travels forward, straight bend, and now accent as the leg goes straight. Next leg, straight bend, accent. Straight bend, accent. Notice that the accent and the last straight happens at the same time. So it's really my right leg, straight bend, straight, straight bend, straight. But that straightening must happen at the same time that your front foot lands on the ground and you do the accent. Now I'll show you from the side. So we've got accent, straight bend, straight, straight bend, straight, straight bend, straight. Now we're going to try the step on the toes, practicing the basic technique of 3/4 shimmy. When you're on your toes, you need to be straight up on your toes, heel forward, and this part very, very straight. So that means as I straighten and bend my knee, my hip can move up and down, pushing against the floor through the ball of my foot. If my heel is halfway, every time I straighten and bend the knee, the heel will go up and down and not the hip. So you need to be straight up on the toes, just like you're walking in stiletto heels, and then do lots of practicing on one side, the other side, and of course transferring. And now with Suleiman and the beat, we'll try it slow and fast, toes and heels. Okay? Thank you very much for joining us again. Enjoy the clips we have to show you, and see you next time.